appreciate that. I should start planning the next Signal Jam. Is what I should probably do. I've started thinking about it, but I just haven't actually gotten to it yet. Um. All right. So splendid, splendid, maybe. Uh. I should not spend uh grand, sumptuous, magnificent, marvelous. Uh, I could just use delightful, but that's a little too nah. Marvelous maybe. Marvelous maybe. Marvelous. Nah. These are like grand. Huh. I'm being really picky, but this is like what I tend to do when I work with language. I get really picky. uh, I'm getting too picky though. I should just skip it. I should just like uh grand or marvelous. No, grand isn't the right way. Marvelous, kind of the same thing. I mean, these are all synonyms, right? But like they're very subtly different shades of what's going on. uh, Maybe just wonderful. Or maybe I should just skip it. I think those are my best options. Uh, the tough thing is, like, the really difficult thing is that, like, sometimes you click through a thesaurus a few steps, and then you get the exact right word. And, like, other times, like, I don't know. Other times I think maybe that word doesn't even actually exist. I'm trying to come up with a word that, like, that there isn't actually one for. uh, uh, Magnificent. Uh, Splendid. Have I already looked at this one? Maybe just splendid. This really doesn't matter. Oh. Uh, Maybe just wonderful. Wonderful. No, that sounds too. Too overhyped. um, like it's you know when you use a word that's supposed to mean something important and you overuse it and then it just doesn't mean anything anymore. That the word wonderful in that context would do that for me. It's not. It doesn't. It's not even like. It's not even like. It's not even like the type of dumb that I'm looking for. It's not even that type of like, like. Maybe I should just use like delightful. No. It's just barely incorrect. Delightful. So maybe yeah, maybe this is just a situation where there isn't that word, and I should just move on. Sorry, I'm just rearranging my desktop because I'm killing a few seconds for me to the character of so yeah, I mean Trusty Bard isn't supposed to be like an important well okay like Trusty Bard is supposed to be like the butler, I guess. Is the best way I would characterize it. Because like I was yeah, so like I was saying before, like I'd rather Trusty Bard err on the side of like overly polite because it's at least like amusing if he's overly polite. So I'm basically looking for a word that like if Trusty Bard says like, you know, what a delightful experience. Like your impression is like on one hand like, oh, that's something like Trusty Bard might say, but then on the other hand like there's a slight eye roll that is like kind of intended. That I'm just kind of like trying to embrace it. Delightful is a little too far. Like that's like too like you might strain an eye if you if you eye rolled at that. So I could just use like all of these. I could just like make it a long list and just like randomly choose one of them. Because like the other thing is like yeah, maybe that's a better way to go. Because like none of these are going to seem quite right. But all of them are like entirely okay, I guess. Like they're yeah, I'll probably just do that. All right, so yeah, cool. So this will be uh, uh, plus or plus something that goes here. So this will be like trusty adjective index r or tai and so then tai I equals random dot rand int 0 to the length of trusty adjectives -1. Is randint range inclusive? I think it might be inclusive, but let me double check. Less than or equal to, yes. Okay, so yeah, -1. But trusty adjectives is not a thing yet, so we should make trusty adjectives a thing. Where would be? I guess I can just put them here because they're kind of part of the system. So trusty adjectives equals delightful, grand, splendid, wonderful, exciting, exciting. I find it amusing when robots are like do something like slightly. Yeah, no. I don't try to be a perfectionist. I just comes naturally. No, it like it crops up at the weirdest times too. I think like the whoever out there like whoever has the like the full-time gig of like deciding what robots sound like, they have kind of like an important job because like robots are like getting their voice now more so than well, like robots didn't really exist in the past, so like because robots are like coming up right now, they're like this is where their voice is really getting established. So I don't know, like science fiction does a lot of the heavy lifting there. Hey, Jocko TM, how's it going? Welcome. I look like a French guy. My ancestors are from Italy, which is like right on the border of France. So, all right. So delightful, grand, splendid, wonderful, exciting. Yeah, so I just like I like the authorship of robot voices apparently enough to like get really picky about what adjectives they would use. All right, so delightful, grand, splendid, wonderful, exciting, fantastic, great, pleasant, Actually, I don't know if I want all of these. I'm just like writing random words at this point. Delightful, grand, splendid, wonderful, exciting, fantastic, great, pleasant. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I could scale it too. That's the other thing. I can make it so that like, so like if the number is relatively low, like it's like okay experience, and if it's like a really high number, then it'd be like, you know, best experience ever, super great forever. um, all right, so yeah. Oh, yeah. One thing I haven't been paying attention to is the. Oh, maybe I haven't restarted the script yet since I put it in. But the. Oh, average. Okay, so the average passive is like at around 7 something. That's good. I think yesterday it was much higher than that, which was not as good. All right, that's fine for now though. Excuse me. Why am I moving my nose like Mosu? I don't know what Mosu is. Why am I moving my nose like this? Like that's I don't know. I don't know what. If I'm doing something like that, I'm not aware of it. So I guess I don't have a very good answer of it. Do you mean like this? Like I don't know. I won't try to guess, but it's probably because I'm weird. It's probably mouse. Uh, uh, I don't know. I don't know. It's involuntary, I'm gonna say. All right. So, are we done now? Okay, wait, no. You don't like something about this. What don't you like about this? Oh, I pluralized it in other cases. Right. It's trusty adjectives. And then that's good. It's all good. All set. Oh, I need a space before experience. All set. Good to go. All right, I think that's good. So I should have brought that in the script already. We're not like in the middle of an event or something. I I've been practicing for years, I guess. I just I knew this one day would come where I could impress tons of people by all right, yeah, it was nice to see you, Mark Andy. Um uh so yeah, I just have really good nose agility, nose dexterity, whatever you want to call it. Um sorry. So hypothetically, if that works, then oh, and I should test it. But then hypothetically, if that works, then GM initiative passive bonuses should be okay now. So I'll just I'll fire it up and I'll appoint myself GM, and then I will give it a shot. See how it works. See how it goes. Oh yeah, and then the other thing is well, we came to the right place, Jocko, because we are well, yeah, we were working in Python, and well, yeah, this whole game is written in Python, so pretty much everything I do involves Python in some manner. So I think assuming this all works, I think so. Yeah. So the next things on my list to do is to write more events, and it's basically the first thing I planned on working on today, and I've basically just been like biding time, just coming up with any excuse not to work on them, because like we just like we just saw when I tried to come up with a single stupid adjective. Well, okay, so in a similar theme, I spent a long time trying to come up with a single stupid adjective. The reason this task that I have set for myself, or this card, or whatever you want to call it, is that it's I think if by hacky you mean like it's like really fast, and like, you know, you can like, yeah, it's like it's very practical, it's very fast, and so yeah, I don't know, that's like kind of how I think of Python. Maybe that's what you mean as well when you say like a hacky because I'm personally, when I write Python, it's pretty hacky, but only because I tend to write in a hacky way. You can write Python in a very legit way though. Yeah, so the reason this is more events bulk is because kind of like with the adjectives, I should stop trying to look for like the perfect thing. I should just make a bunch of things. Like I should like because yeah, what I really need, like I don't need like a single great event. What I need is enough events so that they don't all seem boring and repetitive. And even like a really great word, like even if like I'd found that perfect adjective for delightful, if it came up every time, it would have gotten boring anyways. So yeah, I guess hopefully I can carry that same spirit to when I start writing events. Which I guess I could start now. There's no reason I couldn't. I just I'm waiting for the script. I'm giving the script a minute because if I restart the script too fast, then it won't. IRC won't tell me who's playing. It will keep that information to itself. That might have been long enough. Probably long enough. Let's see how that goes. All right, so I'm going to appoint myself game master. So all hail me. Crown Binry. Oh, I'm not in the game yet. So if I do Excelsior, oh, I am in the game. Hail, Game Master Binry, I'm here to assist. Yay! Thank you, Justy Bard. So yeah, so now I think players. It looks like the players lists have like populated and stuff. So I'm gonna say Mary. Some adventurers find a box of delicious cookies. To which Trusty Bard says, "Indeed, many adventurers have grown from this delightful experience." And now let's look on screen. It should actually say, it should actually show the experience points for the players who got cookies. Should. Unless there's still something wrong. Maybe there's more bugs here. Because I did fix that one thing. So this, hypothetically, this is the build where it actually starts showing who found cookies. But it looks like it's still not happening. So, huh. Interesting. I should attend to that next. Yes. Your bellies, our bellies have all grown quite quite a bit from this delightful experience. Thank you, Fenway. Yeah, so I didn't bother putting in very many frames of animation for this game because I'm not an animator. Like, I've never done animation before, so I don't know. I could like waste a bunch of time trying to get the animation to look good, but I just like it's not to my strengths, and I didn't like if I put in a bunch of animation, then I wouldn't be able to make character art as fast because every time I felt like making new character art, I would have to animate it, right? I would have to draw, like right now I draw 2 frames of animation when I'm making new character art, but if I had like if this ran at like 24 frames per second or like God forbid like 60 frames per second, then I'd have to draw in 60 frames of animation just for the walk cycle, assuming they took a step every second. It'd just be. So the reason I kept the so one of the advantages of keeping the frame rate low is that it's easier and I can make more character art. So that way, because like I want it to be that like your character keeps growing and keeps evolving, and the more you play the game, like you get cool gear and like you just get your character just keeps getting cooler, and it just yeah. So I guess I just prioritize that. Yeah, so it's pretty clear at this point that it's not going to show like the experience gains for any of these characters. So let's figure out why that is. I suppose that would be prudent. So we are setting gain correctly now. That's good. Like the characters gain plus equals growth experience value. So Where's the part where this would get displayed? We blit. So if gain A is greater than 0, that's like the only criteria we use when determining whether to blit the line about, gaining experience. So what is like preventing this from happening? The position has to be greater than the name tag buffer. That's fine. 100 frames per second. Wow. Yeah, this is the first game that I've made in like 2D. Like when I work in 3D, like I don't arbitrarily limit the frame rate. I think most of my games run pretty promptly, right? Like the animation is mostly fluid. Right. Yeah, it's different when all you have to do is like transform a shape. Like like who cares how many frames it is? The computer does all the interpolation. But yeah, when you have to actually draw them by hand, it gets a little trickier. All right, so yeah, so the name tag, I don't know, gain A should be, so maybe gain A isn't getting set correctly. That would be my next guess. Name tag A. Oh. Wait, name tag A? Name tag A. Yeah, no, that's just whether the name tag is showing. Which that one has to be getting set correctly because we are seeing the players' names. So gain A is like the most likely culprit for what's going wrong at this point. Because it definitely works sometimes. Like after an event, we get to see like the name tags and everything. So all right, let's excuse me. Let's see where, yeah, let's trace back through gain A's history and see where something might go wrong. Wow, gain A does not have a very big history. It gets referenced in like almost no places. Like, it gets set initially, and then this is like the only place it gets referenced. So is that the problem? Am I not setting it correctly? Oh, yeah, maybe. Oh, no. Wait, this would be, yeah, this is where we're setting it, right? Gain A. Yeah, okay, so this is when we choose to clear a name tag for display. So, oh, we're only doing this if name tag equals 2, which it doesn't in this case. Yeah. Huh. So, I could just take this out? Yeah, I can just take out this conditional. I think because it used to be like that. It used to be that we only showed gain in the case that that player had participated into a participated in an event, but that was just so that it wouldn't show up every time you gained passive experience. I mean, the alternative is that I could just set name tag to equal 2. Is this going to be weird at all? I don't think so. Oh, I guess technically it would be weird with the, if I ever brought back the initiative bonus. My smile is so annoying. Well, just don't focus on my smile. Your name is super annoying to me, personally. I wasn't going to say it, but... this one's just for you. This one's for you, Jocko TM. Alright, my new goal is to stay smiling for the entire stream. Sorry, Jocko. Smiling makes me laugh. So I'm just gonna be smiling and laughing the whole time. Yeah, this is probably fine. If I ever bring back initiative bonus, then I might have to reevaluate this. But even then, it's probably not that big a deal. Like, it's probably not that bad. So I'm just gonna save this. And oh, I should bring down the script. Yeah. um, I should bring down the script. I should have brought it down already. And then I'll restart it in just a moment, and we can do it again. And was it? Who is it that was doing important things with cheese yesterday? Was it you, Jonas? It was what was it? Someone was doing important things with cheese yesterday. I forget what it was exactly. But I remember cheese was a big topic, or not a big topic, but like when it came up, it was a very poignant. It was there was a brief and poignant discussion about cheese yesterday. uh, all right, so that was simple enough. I have a fix, and then so now we should be done probably. I mean, who knows what will happen next? But like hypothetically, this is like the conclusion of GM initiative passive bonuses. Oh, I closed the script. I should really stop doing that. Or no, I wish there was a way that like even if it'd be nice if there was a way that I could stop the script from running. Maybe there is a way, like to just get the script to stop running, but like leave the debug log up so that I can like go back and read it even after I close the script. Because like when the script is running, it's annoying and like difficult to read the log. But like once it's done running, that's like when I want to read it. I could probably, I mean, if it were super important, I could probably set up something like that. But for now, that's pretty important. Cheez-Its. What are the? They're like jalapeno flavored ones, which I don't know. I like it. Yeah, Nightbot is here sometimes, or Nightbot used to be here sometimes, but I didn't really have any commands for Nightbot, so plus I don't like commands. It just like crummies up chat a little bit. So if you have a question, Jocko, feel free to ask. I'm entirely capable of answering. But yeah, there's no robot to answer for me. Yeah, Trusty Bard. Trusty Bard is like pretty great robot, I'd have to say. Not, I mean, I don't know. It's weird to think. I don't. I don't. It's funny. I don't like thinking of Trusty Bard as a robot because I don't like. Well, for one thing, I guess I just don't like thinking of the game as like a bot. It's like I don't know. I think of it more as like a cyborg, because bot, like when you say bot or when you say chat bot, like you have a very clear idea about what that means. And so if you try to evaluate Trusty Bard on those manners, or like if you tried to evaluate side quests in those along those lines, like you'd probably end up with the conclusion that like this is very not what I'm thinking of, and it's correct. It's something very different. It's like yeah. So like instead of I say a cyborg instead of a bot because like it's supposed to be like there's like that robotic component, but it's supposed to be part of like a bigger, like another organism, not like an organism literally, but like it's supposed to be part of like the game actually. So it's like the game has like a cybernetic limb, but then that in and of itself seems really weird to me because I always think of Trusty Bard, like the character Trusty Bard. I think of him as like literally like a bard of like ye olde times, and so it's funny to think of him as it's weird to think of him as a cyborg instead. Actually, I'm gonna leave this on screen for a second just so I can test the. All right, so I'll make myself the. I will crown myself game master. Crown Binri. I might not be here yet. Nope, no such player. Try again, never lose it. That might be the best error message I've ever written. Alright, there we go. Excelsior. Hail Game Master Binri. Alright, so are all the players in? I think sometimes the admins get added first. But it looks like everyone's here. So alright, so Mary, what a lovely noontime sun. I don't know. Trusty Bard. Indeed, many adventures have grown from this delightful experience. Wait, are you just saying that, or is it actually happening? I thought I had Prince in here. That should have triggered. Oh. Uh. I already told you, Jocko. There's no commands. There's no commands, Jocko. There's no commands. All right, I'm just gonna rinse your chat. Sorry. Nothing personal, but let me know if you have a question. Uh, uh, yeah, I didn't. So like we saw, of course, the part where Trusty Bard. So like yeah, we saw the part where you know we see the command get input and we see Trusty Bard's response to the command. But one thing I'm noticing is that oh yeah. Oh, I should have been paying attention to the screen to see if stuff happened and stuff. But excuse me, that's my super descriptive description of stuff. No, but like the thing I didn't see in the chat log, and the reason I didn't even look over there, is that I was pretty sure I had like a print that should occur when oh my gosh. Wait. No? Wait. No. I was no, alright, let's figure out what's going let's see what's going on here. Alright, so we're getting this to evaluate. But yeah, the print of like growth, like eligible list, like this isn't happening. Did I misspell eligible list somewhere? Because that would explain it. No? That seems fine. Why did this not... Because it said many is the other thing. It said many adventures. Both times it said many adventures. Which would imply more than... So many means at least 11, hypothetically. And since it's only taking half of the players, that would mean that like at least 12 or at least 22 people had been eligible for the event. Which hey, Zero Maverick, how's it going? Yeah, something about this just seems kind of off, I would say. Maybe I'm just like, maybe I just copy and pasted something sloppily. Eligible list index I. Gain, growth value experience, or growth experience value. Am I not setting this correctly? No? Seems legit. What the what? What the what? I'm inclined to wonder. So I should, or sorry, I should brought the script down a little while ago, because I just need more information as to what's going on. Hey, we got a new follower. Jocko, yeah, welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. No, just for you, I'll look somber for a moment. Is that better? If I'm not smiling, am I less annoying? Sorry. I don't know why I thought I could say that without smiling. Alright, that was it. I'll stop smiling again sometime tomorrow. No, I don't always smile. Like when things get really annoying, I get really like really intense. But yeah, heck, if I can't fix this bug in the near future, then I might get really annoyed. All right, so let's so yeah, how am I choosing like the number string? Actual number of players. Actual number of players equals 0. So if actual number of players is greater than or equal to the length, wait, number strings? Yeah. Huh. Actual number of players. Huh. It's jumping by 2. This is weird. This is weird, you guys. So let's print wait. So how is actual num players? Did I typo actual num players? No, that's correct in each case. Because how is actual num players getting to be if actual num players is greater than or equal to the length of number strings? Did I typo number strings? No, number strings is fine. I don't get this. Because, like, the only... So, like, so, like, Bard was saying many, right? Bard should only say many if, like, so, like, so number strings is the words written out, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so, if the number that we're trying to reference is 11 or higher, then we say many. But, like, in order for that number to get to be 11, like, we would have to iterate over this, like, a number of times. And if we're iterating over this a number of times, we should be printing out the eligible list, whatever, growth value, whatever. And yet we didn't see that happening. So maybe everything's working great, and then like, these just didn't show up for some reason. But no, that seems sketchy and weird, and I don't like it. So gosh, what then? What could possibly be happening? I mean, I guess I just want to see what the actual numbers of what it thinks the actual number of players is. Or no, I'm just gonna say so I'm gonna say it's like down here when like stuff actually is working, because we know this is getting evaluated because like Trusty Bard is saying stuff, right? Oh, is he saying, is the random adjective selection working? He said delightful both times, didn't he? He said delightful both times. But that I mean, that could, like, if you roll a die, you can get the same number twice, of course. Maybe that's what happened. Oh, wait. Say quote. Say Q. Alright, now that seems... Yeah, it seems to be working. And yeah, since this is working, I can be fairly confident that if right here, if I say, so like print, like prnt equals, nothing, and then, or no, print equals, elig, and then so, for I in, or so for li in I can spell eligible players, or eligible lists, excuse me. Print plus equals li plus space character. So this should just print out our list of eligible players. But then again, like, we should have been getting this list of eligible players anyways, because we should have been getting this print like individually for each of them. So hypothetically, this should be redundant, basically. Eligible? No, eligible. Yes. All right, so let's see what this does. I guess. Is this a mispronunciation request? Or am I actually supposed to say that that phrase? I'll assume it's a mispronunciation request and say D-Nurgle, I guess. Or no, wait, no, that was too close, actually. Shoot. There are two ways to mispronounce that first, or there are two ways to pronounce that first word, which makes it harder to mispronounce. I think I mispronounced the second word pretty well, though. Alright. Yeah, so this is the case where we know there's at least one eligible player, because the way we got here is we figured out what is the average number of passive points of a player, and then we rounded that average. And so in that case, we can guarantee that at least one player has a passive points value greater than or equal to that average, because you can't get an average of 4.5 unless someone has because they're all integers, remember. So if if you take an average and you end up with 4.5, you can be guaranteed that at least one person has a value of 5 or greater. Because otherwise, if everyone had 4 or lower, then the average could never get higher than 4. So we're guaranteed that there's at least one eligible player. And then the other point of evidence is that Bard was saying many, and Bard only says many if there are more than 10. So hypothetically, this list should actually be really long. But that's not what we're seeing yet. So let's see if we can't get that to happen. All right, so crown me, because I am great forever. Excelsior. And now I will say Mary. Today is eat donuts day. To which Trusty Bard responds, "Indeed, many adventures have grown from this grand experience." All right, so the adjectives are working. But what the heck? We're not getting... Oh, I never printed it. Whoops. Got a little distracted by free donuts. Whoops, sorry. Hold on, let me restart the script real quick. Because, yeah, I put that list together, but the thing I forgot to do was actually to print it. Yeah. Alright. That would help. But again, I don't think it worked. I should really be paying attention to see if... Well, no. Alright, hold on. I got distracted that time by the fact that it didn't print my new thing. But it shouldn't have printed my new thing, so that was to be expected. Alright, I should write some of these while I'm waiting, I guess. Oh, did I save this one? Because, yeah, alright. Actually, I shouldn't brainstorm here. I should brainstorm in, like, a new sheet. So like, what are good things that should happen? Yeah, I mean, like I was showing with, oh, yeah. Well... Yeah, like, I mean, like, the last two that I did, like, today is Eat Donuts Day, like, that doesn't actually, yeah, it doesn't reference specific adventures, so I guess yeah, no, I was thinking, like, my first thought was, like, well, I don't need to mention adventures in these messages anymore, but, I actually think that's a bad direction to go, because, like, it's weird that, like, only some, like, today's Eat Donuts Day, and yet only some adventures grow from the experience. Like, that's I don't want to go in that direction. I want to keep it more towards discrete things that occur to specific people, because that's kind of how the system works. So it'd be disingenuous to kind of, like, treat it another way. So all right, so what are things that you can get better at? You can get better at, you can do a backflip. You can, oh yeah, I don't want to, like, running is an obvious one, but, I don't want to reference, like, speed of movement, because, like, the characters don't change their speed of movement during the game. So, you can win at arm wrestling. You can, I'm trying to think of just, like, adventure-y things. You can try a new food or drink. You can do something nice. You can make a small gift for something for someone. I don't know. I'll come back to that. Let's read on the scripts. So, alright, so Trusty Bard and his pet mouse strolling through the mountains. Yep, some things only move at a certain speed. I cannot. Okay, there we go. Crown. So, oh wait, this is the secret panels off screen. So crown, binary, and then so Mary. Oops. What? I haven't fallen into a trance. You've fallen into a trance. That's not good. That's weird. Why did that happen? I must not be setting the AFK timer correctly. Yeah, before I forget, let me look at that real quick. Yeah, that's only supposed to happen if the GM goes for like 15 minutes or so, like without doing anything, or like without saying anything. Or no, it might not be a full 15 minutes. It might be less than that. But like, that shouldn't happen soon. That should take a while to occur. So, excuse me. Yeah, GM AFK time. Time.time plus GM AFK dir. Is that not right? 7:20. Yeah, so that's a good chunk of time. It's like 12 minutes. So yeah, only if GM AFK time is... Oh! That's on a separate thread? I wonder if that would affect it. I might, I mean, what I could do is I could change the way that this stuff is initialized. Like, because that's like, I think that's why I moved, the creation of events onto the main thread. And that's the only reason I can think that would be happening. Unless, well, let's see where else this value is getting affected. Because if I'm accidentally just setting it wrong somewhere else. So GMAFK time. What is this? Oh, yeah. Frame time plus GMAFK dir. Yeah, so no, that shouldn't have had any effect. Yeah, I have to assume it's just because it's happening on different timers, I guess. So, yeah, well, the other good thing is I'll be able to get a lot of these globals out, because that's just silly. So yeah, so let's say init gm excuse me, equals true, I guess. Or no, I'll just say init gm equals 1, because I tend to use the init values as integers. Yeah, I mean, with programming, you can only, like, I don't know, or just like when working on like a project of a certain size, or like almost any size, really, like, so if the project isn't doing what you think it should be doing, then you can't speak in very definite terms about like what how it should be, or like how it should be working. I think I say I think a lot because I'm often wrong. Sometimes when I say I think this, then I very quickly find myself to be in fact mistaken. So oh, that's funny. Creator 69, the thing. Yeah, I always wonder how stream delay works, because like sometimes people say they have very different delays. Like some people say like 20 seconds, and other people say like several minutes. So I guess it's just yeah, I have no clue what that's about. Because like I don't know, I never noticed like yeah, I don't know how delay works. All right, I do need to make init gm global. Global excuse me, init gm. Excuse me. All right. And then the rest of this, this we can just cut out, because we'll do it later. Excuse me. We'll so we'll say what? Uh, oh. Hmm. So there. Huh. I wonder what happens if. Yeah, hypothetically, an event could start. Like, if an event is starting at the same time a GM gets appointed, I wonder what happens there. Like, if it, like, it shouldn't happen very often, but, like, hypothetically, it could happen in the exact same frame. And I guess one of them just has to take precedence. I wonder which. Oh, yeah, so, right, I don't actually have the value for initting a GM. So GM, or no, init GM equals 0 for starters, and then I think it's set to 1, and then oh, the GM takeover should take precedence. So we'll do this right before we check. I mean, we could do it first. Yeah, because there are some things that depend on whether GM is active or not, and this is where we're setting GM active. So let's say if init GM is greater than 0. So we'll put this whole chunk back in. Except now we can take out the global statements because we're not in like a separate whatever. Excuse me. Shift tab because we're not inside another function or whatever. So we can get rid of the global whatevers. And so yeah, save that. GM active. Oh yeah. So the last thing we need to do is say init GM equals 0. Excuse me. Sorry. All right, and then yeah, so do we need to clean anything up if init event is true? We might want to, yeah, so if init event is true, or like if an init event is going to happen, we don't have to filter out init growth, because init growth only happens when a GM is active. So that's not gonna, but like the whole init event thing. I could just set it back to 0. I could just set init event back to 0 when we appoint a GM, and that will be fairly conclusive. Will it mess anything up though? I don't think so. What about the late dictionary? Nah. No, that seems legit. Yeah, I'll just set init event to 0 when we crown a GM. I don't think that's a very likely case, but it's feasible. And it would take forever to happen, but then once it did happen, it would be ugly, so alright, let's oh, I should stop the oh wait, no, that was a diversion from the thing that I was actually supposed to be working on. Oh yeah, so I don't have to restart the script yet because I'm just gonna try to crown myself as the GM again, and hopefully this time I don't get a collision, or like I don't get the timing messed up. So hail game master Benry here to assist. All right, so Mary, or oops, I can do this. Mary, I like I'm still testing 0. Once I'm done testing, yeah, sure. Like I said, you will be the first real GM. So Mary, I like your style. Indeed, many adventurers have grown from this delightful experience. So for one thing, delightful is coming up a lot. I don't know what that's about. But then the other thing, like, the eligible list is showing up as 0. And like, what? What? I'm probably just, I must just be overlooking something really dumb, I hope. I hope I'm just overlooking something really dumb. Wait, what? GM active. Oh. Wait, what? Why are you complaining about GM active? It's assigned but never used. That's a lie. It's used plenty. Oh. Oh, because this is supposed to be global. Yeah. Oh. So should huh. Should I move this to like a separate, like, is it weird that this happens on thread time? On a different thread timer? A different thread's time? Yeah, that could be weird too. So I might want to move this to yeah. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna move this here. Slow down. Move this here. Why are you so indented? And yeah, I'm gonna move this out somewhere else. Oh, is it safe to be changing the GM name and stuff here? Because, like, it'd be weird if, like, the GM name is unset. Yeah, no, I'll do all of this. Yeah, no, this'll all happen elsewhere. So, yeah, no, here we'll just say init GM equals 2, and 2 will be to uninitialize, or like to reset the GM. Yes. So I'm gonna put in an else case to a conditional that doesn't exist yet. Nope, not that one. It's one that doesn't exist yet. And then move this here. And right, so this is all going to go in a conditional if init gem equals 1. And it's fairly rare that either of these it's fairly rare that init gem will be greater than 0, so I don't want to check if it equals 1 and if it equals 2 separately. So I'm just going to do it like this. And oh yeah, so we also have to say init event equals 0 at the end. And we can get rid of these global statements. Like so. Alright, so, hey, Gribby Jesus, welcome. How's it going? Alright, so I think this should work better now. But again, that's unrelated to the thing that I was trying to fix. Why is no one eligible? Why is it coming up with 0 eligibleness? Fullness? The other growth opportunities seem to work out fine. Why is this one not working out as fine as the others? It's got to be something really dumb. It's got to be something really dumb, right? Yep. It's super dumb. I forgot to say dot passive points. It was. So that doesn't explain why. Oh my gosh! It was saying many because it was coming up with 0 and 0. Oh my gosh! Many is literally at the 0th index. So. All right, guys. I think we got it this time. When everything sensible has been exhausted, like when you've gone through and like done everything like that you should do, and you're still just ending up with like something that just doesn't make sense, then that's when you know, that's when you can be fairly certain that something dumb is happening. Something really dumb is happening. So cool. All right. Hopefully that was the only really dumb thing. um, when you, I don't know what potato internet is, but I assume it's a form of internet that you get made entirely out of those fifth grade science projects where you prove that potatoes generate electricity by plugging a small light bulb into them. I assume it's just a very elaborate network of potatoes with small light bulbs plugged into them. A potato light bulb experiment network so vast that it approximates the real internet. I'm sorry to hear you have to put up with that, Grubby Jesus. Alright, so this script probably hasn't been down long enough. Alright, so I'll write a few more of these things. Alright, so you make a small, or I'll be more specific. You carve a, you whittle, is that how you spell whittle? Whittle? No, it's probably with a T. T-T-L-E? Or just T-L-E? Whittle? Two T's? I type in Notepad, which is probably a bad plan, because Notepad has no spell checking, and I end up with a lot of typos. I should probably just get like a slightly better typey thing. By typey thing, I mean place to write stuff. So, lemon internet. Sounds good. Integer max value. I like that answer. How many, what was the question? How many lemons does it take to power a house? Integer max value. That was very good, Janice. I appreciate that. Sorry, I'm not actually gonna go anywhere. I'm just gonna mute the microphone for a second. I'll be right back. Alright, so, yeah, let's, okay, that's probably, the script has been down long enough, probably. Oh, except I was gonna look up whittle. Define whittle. Whittle? Hey, I spelled it right, eventually. Not at first, but eventually. Whittle, a small toy for some kid. I don't know. Alright, so let's start the script. And, what was loud? Did I not mute the microphone? Is the microphone muted now? No, it's back up. Alright, I don't know what happened. Alright, so now everything's just gonna work magically perfect forever. So first I'll crown myself, as GM, crown Binry once I join the game. No such player. Try again, never, loser. What was loud? What are you guys talking about? Yeah, I don't know. I assume you're trolling me. Oh, it was... Thank you. Thank you. Okay, hail Game Master Binry, yay, I'm here to assist. So, Mary, some adventures adopt puppies, and they are adorable. Indeed, 5 adventurers have grown from this pleasant experience. Alright, that's more realistic. And look, now, hey, look! Cool, stuff's working. Look, stuff. Look at all these things that are working. And congratulations, Carrier69er, for leveling up. Yeah, look, it was totally... You guys saw it, right? It was, look, it's saying people are gaining experience for it. It's showing people leveling up, too. Wow, 2 people leveled up? Oh, Shirgawi? Sorry. I forgot how to pronounce your name already, but congratulations to you as well. Yeah, alright, so now everything is working magically perfect and great forever, so thank goodness. So, oh, what was there's a question about Python? Oh, am I using C++ or something that no one knows because C++ is too mainstream? Yeah, Jonas answered faster than me, but I'm using Python. I sometimes write in C#, and I want to learn hacks. So those are the languages you'll probably see most on this stream in the near future. And I mean, I've worked in C++ before. I just don't really have any projects going on right now that are in C++. All right, so Mary, some adventurers remember the name of that song that they couldn't for the life of them remember. Indeed, 5 adventurers have grown from this fantastic experience. Hey, more levels! Congrats, lures. Just 1 level up? Alright, yeah. Alright. Cool. And look, okay, so it's showing the experience gains. Alright, I think we've actually gotten this to a point that like stuff is working good, and that's exciting. It's quite exciting for me personally. It means I don't have to keep working on this particular thing. I can move on to other things. Cool. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll find more bugs, but I mean, that's also the last GM tool. So hypothetically, I could appoint a GM right now. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry, Zero. Yeah, I trust you to use your discretion when posting stuff. If you're inclined to share a link, as long as it's like the general rule of thumb is like, if you'd feel bad showing it to a young kid in front of their parents, then then you probably shouldn't share it. But other than that, like, have a blast. All right, so before actually, wait, hold on. So I am going to okay. Sorry. So before I appoint you as GM Zero, I'm going to give you a quick primer, because there are some things that are a little weird. Like, everything works, but not everything is perfect yet. So I'll go over like how the GM tools work, and then so it'll be informative for you, and then other people can also, hopefully it'll be interesting for them too. And then so for example, one quick thing is super quit is the I haven't put in a real command for like how to relinquish the crown, but if you ever need to, super quit is the command right now. Oh, and the I named the event types. So that's the one important thing that I'll probably want to I'll post it paste it into chat or something, so that way, or I don't know, I'll do something so that you can have it as reference, because it's probably the sort of thing that you're probably, like, as you're setting up events and stuff, you're probably going to be like, oh wait, what was the name of that? Yeah, it's so like it'll be useful to have that as a reference. So all right, so yeah, but before I do that, real quick, I'm gonna take a super quick break. I'm just gonna step away for like a couple, like not even like 4 minutes, like less time than that. And so I'll put it I'll activate away mode so that we can have an event while I'm gone, and I'll be back super fast. So sorry for the quick delay. I won't be gone long. Pardon. Be right back. Hey, sorry for the delay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, another event. I was too slow. But I'll deactivate away mode now. All right. So, yeah. So, hey, Bergtech, how's it going? Welcome. Oops. Hold on. Let me catch on my chat real quick. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I just had to step away for a quick moment. And so, all right, I'll just catch up on what happened in chat while I was gone, real quick, super quick. Uh, um, uh, Sorry, I'm just I'm just reading really. Uh, yeah. Oh, I should definitely make a doc for the GM users. That is a good thing. Actually, yeah. What? Let's do that now, because yeah, it's either write it up or say it, like explain it again every time someone wants to be GM. So that's a good suggestion. Uh, all right. I'm okay. So there's a discussion about Final Fantasy, but assuming I don't have to read the entire discussion. So oh yeah, that happened too. I also did that. Welcome, Jonas. I, sorry, I'm a little what? My green screen is totally green. It probably looks weird when I go off camera though. Hold on, wait. This is super important. When I go off camera, it like turns a different color, right? Yeah, it turns like red and fuzzy. I don't know what that's about, but it's super green. I can't really prove it because wait, no, I guess I could prove it. Bloop. Hello. There you go. Blink and you missed it, but there it is. All right. So good job, whoever guessed cleric. Good job, fanboy. You win. Congratulations. All right. So GM tools. How to GM. How to a GM. All right. So yeah, I think so far I only have one rule for being a GM, and so the interesting thing about this rule is that it's a rule because this is how the game works, and so you couldn't change it if you wanted to. So so it has to be a rule in a game. So so far we only have the one rule, but so like rules. So this is like how to GM side quest, I guess. Rules. I say rules plural, but so far there's only one. Everyone can play. This means no killing players unless it's thematically relevant. Like if you kill players and they're a zombie and they still get to play, like that's okay. But like don't forget that like no one person is GM forever. So if you decide to make someone a zombie or like an undead person, another GM can alleviate them of that. So like yeah, so like no so basically like when I say no killing, like no killing or otherwise incapacitating players, because when you have an event like yes. Oh, question about side quests. Perk Tech. Yeah, I am working on I'm working on this game here right now. So last week and then a little bit today, I set up tools so that excuse me, you are already playing it, Perk Tech. You by loading this page. I guess technically it's an online game because just by being here, you are part of this game. In fact, if you pay attention, eventually you'll walk across the screen and you'll have like you'll see your own little character, and yeah. So technically, I have like a GM panel, but I haven't been using it basically at all. So I added the capacity to appoint other players as GM. So now that like we are on the crux or the precipice of actually like using that, and like Zero Maverick has very charitably volunteered as GM, or give it a shot. See how thank you, Jocko. Thank you for sharing. So we're just going over and putting together like a little instruction bit of like how side quest works. So the only rule so far is that everyone can play. You're not allowed to kill or otherwise incapacitate players. I mean, of course, like I'm not going to write it here, but the other obvious thing is that like this doesn't change what's acceptable for chat. So if like something wasn't acceptable when you're not GM, it's not acceptable all of a sudden now that you are GM. But I assume that's probably fairly straightforward. Just general life guideline sort of thing. All right, so yeah, so the important stuff I guess is how to I guess. All right, so initiate or how do you like run an event active, I guess, or just how to run an event. Okay, so let's or and event run an event. So an event can occur if you begin a line with hark and include at least 2 action tags, words which start with a £sign character. So yeah, so for example, actually I should put this at the same line. Hark, you arrive at a clearly haunted mansion. Oh, sorry, what's it? Add C# to the chat. Okay, yeah, it's good to see you, Perktech. You arrive at a clearly haunted mansion. Will you will you befriend this? I might actually make this a real event because I don't know. Oh, you forgot the action tags there, Maverick. You forgot the action tags. You need at least 2 action tags in order for the event to start. So it would have to be like, for example, action like hash smash them into little pieces, or hash fry hash browns. Good one. All right, so will you befriend the spirits or perform an actually perform. We befriend the spirits or yeah, perform an exorcism. How do you spell exorcism? It's not spelled the same as exercise. I think it's spelled with an O. Exorcism. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds right. Well, partly because I just looked it up. An exorcism. All right, I need to format this slightly differently. I need a how do I do paragraphy stuff? Huh. I have not used Google Docs very much, so is this gonna work if I do that? Yeah, there we go. All right. Nope. All right, whatever. That's fine. So yeah. So for example, that, and then so then congrats the event if the event has begun successfully, trustee bard will confirm in chat by saying, what does trustee bard say when you initiate an event? There's something that he always says, like I forget what it is. Wait, no, it was higher than this. Okay, yeah, trustee bard says write O to action. That's what trustee bard says. By saying write O and this part is your name to action. So congrats. If the event has begun successfully, trustee bard will confirm in chat by saying write over your name to action. The action tags will display on... Oh, that's the other thing. So the action tags, when you're GM and you start an event, your action tags will show up on screen. So if you put some, like, if you really want to get like super banned from the channel forever, a really good way to do that would be to convince me to let you be GM. I'm not talking specifically to any one person, but like in general, like if anyone wants to get super banned forever from this channel, a really good way to accomplish that would be to convince me to let them to be GM, and then put something horrible in an action tag so it actually shows up on screen. You would get just I probably would never unban you. You'd just be fair warning. I consider that like a capital offense. So fair warning. All right, so action tags will display on screen, and an alert sound will play. Okay, so I'll say after stream delay, the action tags will display on screen and an alert sound will play. All right. Hold on. I need to format this a little bit better. Let's make this text bigger and more noticeable. Where's the up button? The text bigger button. Oh, text size button. That counts. All right, so I'll just bump this up to like 18 for now. All right, so how to run an event. So yeah, what else? Okay, so to end an event, to conclude or to finish an event, to finish an event, okay, so no, the event ends when you choose choose an event type. This is where I should probably explain the event types. What are the event types? I actually kind of forget. I forget where I put them. Actually, let me check. How do I filter for them? So like if event on name equals GM name. So if event on and event names, yeah, event names keys. Yeah. All right. So yeah, to excuse me. So yeah, what is it? I think the oh, thank you. Thank you thank you very much. I was zoned out for a second and um thank you for catching that, Zero. Uh yeah, and thank you to everyone for for keeping it civil in chat. The rules are generally just like you know like this isn't like this isn't one of the bad parts of the internet. This is like part of the internet where people actually like act reasonably and respectfully. So thank you all for making that possible. All right. So yeah, okay. So the way the event name command is processed, I think if I'm reading this correctly, last word. Oh, the last word. Yeah, the last word of the. Yeah. Okay. So the way. Yeah. So the command to end an event. Or I should be writing this down. When you choose an event type, and so the event ends when you choose an event type. To do this, end a line of chat with the name of the event type surrounded by wait, I can't use square braces here, otherwise it'll get confusing. Surrounded by square braces. For example, dup, bleep bloop, bloopity doop. I think I'm taking advantage of the fact that you guys are being really good in chat because I'm zoning out slightly, but I really appreciate that you guys are on the ball with that because otherwise it would take me forever to get through this if I had to like constantly be looking over and attending to that stuff personally. Yeah, so like the command is so like I need to look up the event types now. So event names. Where do I define those? Up here, right? Okay, yeah. So random spread, chosen, popular, even, and short. I should probably I should probably change these names because like I put these in and I was like I wasn't fond of them back then and they're just weird. It's like random I'll call it jagged. Chosen. I'll call it decided. Popular, even, and short. Short isn't quite right. Whoa! Hey, what happened there? Oh. Oh, is that the guy that got banned? Joe 12'd? Did he get, like, permabanned? Huh. Apparently I'm not quite properly supporting, banned players. Huh. Somehow I tried to remove him from... Oh. Oh. Yeah, thank you for catching that. And we also found a bug. So many good things have come out of this experience. I say so when I say finding a bug is a good experience, what I mean is finding it is the good experience. The fact that there's a bug there, not as good. But it's very important that we find it, because if we never find these things, then they could appear at much worse times. So right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jonas. I hope to see you again sometime soon. What's the deal here? Right, so I just have to check that the player is still in the player dictionary. Oh, wait a second. No, I think this is where the error occurred. This is where the crash occurred, but I think technically the bug happened somewhere else, because I'm yeah, let's look at where we're popping things out of the player dictionary, because like what must have happened here, like in order to get this crash, Joe must have been in the parade. The parade is characters on screen. Excuse me. So Joe must have been on screen when he got removed from the player dictionary, because this is what happens when you reach the end of the oh wait, no. Wait, which line was it? Player dic pop name. Yeah. Oh, no. Wait, okay, so wait, what is this? No, this is the case that he wasn't in the parade. And he just left. And yet for some reason he wasn't in the, he wasn't already in the... So we did get a ghost dictionary alert. If name not in player dictionary. Wait. Did we just get like 2 part messages from him? Wait, this doesn't make any sense. Because like the crash is here, right? But this is the else case. Oh no, it's not the else. Oh. This is just not indented when it's supposed to be indented, I think. Because, yeah, no, this... Alright, no, I just broke this when I was setting up GM stuff, of all things. Because, no, this else case is supposed to be the else case to this if statement, but I put in a new if statement, and I just kind of, like, cut... And so now this else is the alternative to this. Yeah, okay, so yeah, is this supposed to be indented, or what's supposed to happen here? This is, if name... Yeah, no, this is supposed to come after the else case. Yeah. And this is just to handle the case that the GM leaves. Whoops. So, yeah. I think this is correct. So if name not in player dictionary, then that means something weird happened. Otherwise, yeah. And, so this is just, yeah, this is just so that if a player leaves, and if they were the GM, yeah, that's the other thing. If you're GM, you don't have to do the super quick command. The super quick command is just if you want to be GM, or no, if you want to stop being GM but you don't feel like leaving. Like if you want to stay but you just don't feel like being GM anymore. You can also just leave, because if you leave, you are no longer GM. Yes. So, right. Okay. I think that was a fairly straightforward fix. I just want to make sure that I got this correct. So, yeah. That was sloppy of me to have put that there in the first place. Uh oh. Actually, hold on. If name not in player dictionary. Actually, I think this huh. I don't want to do the Seikyu thing in the case that like the ghost dictionary. The ghost dictionary is just if a player attempts to get removed from the game twice, like one thing that would be really unfortunate is if the player list ever got desynchronized from the list of players in the chat channel. Excuse me, sorry, 1 second. Because I can't just ask the chat channel like who's playing right now. I just have to keep very careful track of that. And like IRC is a little weird in like how it sends you those messages, and so the ghost dictionary is just, I mean, hypothetically, yeah, the ghost dictionary shouldn't even ever get used, hypothetically. Like, it should only really happen if somehow a player gets removed from the player dictionary before their part message comes through, which I guess must have happened here. And that was kind of fortunate because it led to that error. But hmm. So I probably should look further into that. Until I do, I guess I'm just going to indent this. No, I shouldn't indent all of it. I should just I should only indent that part. Because the rest of it should happen regardless. Oh, well, actually, wait, no. I mean, it should it should only happen if this condition is true. But if this condition is true, uh, then it should happen regardless of the other stuff. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That should be fine. That's okay. That should be good. All right, and then yeah. So should I start tracking down like the ghost dictionary stuff? Like what happened there? I guess it wouldn't hurt. I mean, I should probably start printing out like when people leave, because like it was this part message that incurred here. But how did he get out of the player dictionary before that? Because like the reason there's a so yeah, like I said, the ghost dictionary, this happened because he was already out of the player dictionary before he left. And so what got him out of that dictionary? It'd have to be player dictionary.pop. Like that's the command to remove players from the dictionary. So let's see where else I'm using this command. Because I might just be using it too liberally some places. So Q. Oh yeah. Oh, the end of the event. Huh. How recently had an event occurred, I wonder? Relatively recently. Oh wow. A bunch of people leveled up too. Or Wordless and I leveled up. Oh, that was from a growth opportunity. Okay. Huh. So, yeah, no, the next most recent event actually hadn't been fairly recent. The like the recent growth opportunity had been, but not all right, what is that the only other place? All right, no, there are 3 places. What is this case? Yeah, okay, so if they're yeah, right. So if players leave when they're on screen when they're in the parade, then they don't leave immediately. I was thinking that might have been the bug that bug might have happened, so that a player disappeared from the parade. But no, they yeah, if the player's in the parade, they don't get taken out immediately. they just get flagged to get taken out of the parade once they reach the end of the parade, which is this case here. And yeah, so then the only other case is that we don't remove players during an event. If a player how does it work? Yeah, no, if a player leaves during an event, kind of like the parade, we only flag them to get removed once the event is over. Oh, but do I double check those two conditions? Like, what if someone leaves the parade during an event? It might be that I'm not double checking that. And in fact, it looks like I'm not. So I should actually be checking not just if part, but if part and not event on. And then in the other case, I should also be checking that the player's not in the parade. Because just because an event ended doesn't mean a player should disappear from the middle of the screen. I don't know if that's necessarily what caused this error that we saw here, but I think this is a true thing that I would want to do. Oh, but then how do we check this later on? Like when the event ends. Oh, okay, yeah. So no, we have to say we have to check in here. So we have to so if part, then if event on, then we have to do something different. Else we can just pop the player, because event on we have to add them to the we have a separate like queue for players who are supposed to exit at the end of the event, and that queue is the queue dict. I guess that's not a very good name. I should rename that. So hold on. Replace text. Queue dict. I think this is the quit dictionary, and that's what. I think that's why I called it the queue dictionary. Replace all. Hopefully that didn't break everything. Maybe I should have been more careful about how I did that. No, that queue dicts. I doubt that came up anywhere else. That should have been. Hopefully that was clean. We'll find out. All right. So yeah. So the quit dictionary. If name and quit dictionary. Right. Oh wait. If name not in player dictionary. Oh yeah. That's just for keeping track of the quit dictionary. Because if a player leaves during an event, they get added to the queue dictionary. Join during an event that they had quit during, then they get removed from the quit dictionary so that they don't accidentally get removed at the end of the event. Hey Watson, how's it going? Welcome. We are going over the GM tools for this game, fixing some stuff, explaining other stuff. Oh, thank you for noticing. Yeah, I just the other day I went and I got a few of. It was a really good haircut. I don't mean like. It was a really good, like, I mean the end results, like, sure, okay, like I like them, but like the dude like that was giving the haircut was like so into it. He had like all these different kinds of scissors and like all these different like buzzer tools and stuff, and like he oh cool. Wait, hold on. Let me repost this. This is Watson's link. Oops, my computer's making noises, but I'm gonna have to. Oh wow, oh this is really good. This is hold on, I have to add this to my list of stuff to check out in more detail once I get off the stream. Wow. You're quite a photographer, huh? Yeah, I was really excited about the haircut. I mean, like, I think I like how it came out and everything, but I was especially just impressed with the guy's dedication. At the end of the haircut, he was like, $10. I was like, no, You're taking all the money in my pocket right now. I mean, I didn't have that much money in my pocket, but like $10? No, that's oof. This guy was a pro. He was an artisan. Uh, um, oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I found a crash. Apparently, I don't know. I'm actually yes. I fixed the crash, but one of the awkward things is that I don't know exactly how we got into that situation. So the other thing I'm doing is I'm just shoring up a few things so that hopefully, hopefully if I just tidy up, then everything will be in order and I won't have to worry as much about crashes and stuff. But yeah, so I have to right. So for qkey in quitdict.keys, if qkey not in playerdict, ghostdict, right? Else, all right. This is the case where we have to say if playerdict, the player dictionary. Excuse me. I don't. This is, well, I sometimes do. Right now, this is just what my hair does. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with it all right now, because it's different now. It's like, it's just, I mean, it's like a different shape now. So, I'm first, I'm giving it a chance to like see what it does naturally, and then I have some like forming cream just in case in case it doesn't work out. All right, so if the player dictionary index for qkey, so if this character parts, or no, not even if it's tagged for part. Excuse me. If qkey in parade, then we just have to flag this player to part. So then, yeah, that's when we do player dict index qkey dot part equals true, because this is the case where the player's on screen. The player's the player left during an event and is on screen for some reason, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes that the characters randomly gets oh. Yeah, I know. I have really flat hair, which is like, I guess the one thing that I don't know. Like if I could change one thing, right? But the other thing is I have a really big head, so if I had like much volume to my head would just like I wouldn't be able to fit through doors anymore. I don't know. I should probably like take the advice of people who know what they're talking about, but maybe someday. Yeah, it was just occurring to me. So I guess it's not super likely that this would ever actually happen. It could happen, which is why I'm fixing it so that it won't happen. But it just occurred to me, the other thing I can do is if a player leaves during an event, right now, like they might just get thrown on screen, right? They might just like arbitrarily, like, because the system that pulls players to like walk across the screen, it just picks mostly randomly. And so what I can do though, that just occurred to me, is that when I'm picking those players, I can just say, maybe I am doing this already. It'd be clever if I was doing this already, but I think I'm probably not. So let's add in, oops, too far. Hold on, where is it? Wait, no, where does this happen? Actually, no, it's probably further up. Yeah, it's probably before we do the blitzing stuff. Yeah, okay, so, so after the, so we have the LQ. The LQ is for players who leveled up. The AQ is for players who took an action. The JQ is for players who joined. What the heck is the PQ for? What? Oh, yeah. No, the PQ, okay, yeah, the PQ is the backup queue. So right, so CDD equals PQ dot pop 0. If CDD in player dict and CDD not in parade, yeah, we have to do one more check. We also have to check and player dict index cdd dot part, not dot part, and not. Right. So now like if a player has left already, we just won't even queue them to walk across the screen. And I guess, I mean, we could do the same thing with or no, part's not even the one that I want. No, part doesn't make sense. No, it's the other one that I want to do. And not cdd in and cdd not in I think those might be equivalent statements, but whatever. Cdd not in quit dict. I think that's what we want to do. Cuz so now if it's during an event and the player has left already, that player will be in the quit dictionary. And so when we're picking a player to walk across the screen, we'll just make sure that the player's not in the quit dictionary. And all right, I don't know. Sorry, Zira. I'll finish writing that guide, and then the next the next time So the game crashed a while ago. I never reran the script. Sorry. I think I can rerun that now. I fixed the bug a while ago, actually. Oh, but there's something that I haven't finished writing yet. Wait, what is this? Yeah, right. So if an event is on, then we'll just add the player to the quit dictionary. Is what we do here. So quit dictionary. Quit dictionary doesn't really have to be a dictionary. It could just be a list, but it's a dictionary, so whatever. Index ppop equals 1. I think is what I usually do with the quit dictionary. Let me double check. Yeah, it just equals 1. Yeah. I think that should be sufficient. Alright, so now I can rerun the scripts. Right? Wait, where was I just? Yeah, because if an event is on, when the player leaves the parade, we don't remove them from the dictionary already. Alright, I think this should... Like, I can't think of any other gaps that would have been in place, so I think this is the gap that we hit. Like, we must have hit in one of the two edges of this, alright, so now that should be better now. I can rerun the script. Oh yeah, the cues that I was talking about, yeah, it'll be easier to explain once the graphics are on screen. So yeah, right, so now we have graphics and stuff. And so you'll notice that like characters like just meander across the screen. The cues that I mentioned earlier, where was it? It was that has to do with it's further up. That has to do with like the priority. Like because like when there are a lot of players here, you can't fit all the characters on screen at the same time. And so there's a priority system for like which players get to show on screen. Because like the player has to be on screen, or they don't have to be, but because the way the game works is that that pertinent information about the player's progress is displayed when the player's on screen. So for example, when a player levels up, that is displayed along with the character like walking across the screen. So for example, if like Trent Sterling had just leveled up, it would say it right under his name right now. So yeah, so the most important people to add across the queue is people who have just leveled up, because that's the most important message to convey. It's the most exciting, at least. It's it doesn't happen very often, but when it does happen, it's like, hey, look at this. This is cool. The next most important is when someone has taken an action or done something else to gain experience, and the message that that displays there is how much experience they just gained. The next one is the join queue. It doesn't actually convey any message really, but this is just so that when a player joins the game, their character shows up as soon as possible. So like they don't cut in front of the people who just leveled up, and they don't cut in front of the people who just gained points from like taking an action, but their character will show up before like the rest of the characters get their chance to walk through. And that's just so that like when you show up, you can see your character in game as soon as possible. And then yeah, the last queue is just and if there's no one else, if the other queues are empty, then it just starts picking like random characters. All right, so hopefully that's all working correctly now. Previously, I had some like cheats that of like kept players, I don't know.